Hey guys, it's a 1953 Ford with a flathead V8. What do you figure? Can we get this thing running? According to Mortsky from Mortsky Repair, just about every Ford flathead you're going to encounter has at least stuck valves and is probably seized. I picked this up, I don't know, 22 years ago with the intention of doing something with it, but here it sits. It actually had windows in it when I got it, but it's in my storage area, and somebody decided they didn't like the windows. In the back here, we've got some cast iron. I don't know whether any of this is any good or not, but definitely there are some parts. This is going to be a bit of a series. It's not going to be a quick video, and it's going to be shot over several sessions, but I'll put it all together in one big long epic. Probably end up being more than an hour long. What I'd like to do is try and get this truck running. I've always been curious about flathead Ford V8s, and this has a flathead Ford V8 in it. Matter of fact, being 53, it is the last year of the flathead. In 54, they went to the Y block. This is also, I believe, the golden jubilee of Ford. I think at one time it had some kind of painted decoration on it that celebrated that. As you can see, the truck is in rough shape between the lichen growing on it, the broken windows, and dings and dents and rust. It's never going to be a pristine restoration. But if we can get this engine running, we might be able to turn this into some kind of rat rod type of thing. Hard to say. I don't know whether it's worth putting that kind of work into a truck that's this rough. The purpose of the session that we're doing here right now is not so much to get any work done. I didn't even bring any tools with me other than some penetrating fluid to try and get the hinges to cooperate. What I want to do is give this thing a look over and see what we're going to need in order to make it run, or at least in order to have a chance at making it run. Let me put you on a stand. We'll see if we can get this hood lifted up, and we'll take a look at the engine compartment and see what's there. I'm going to say we've got a relatively complete engine. Got the oil bath air cleaner is on there. Do we have a carburetor? Oh, we don't have a carburetor. That's going to be a problem. Water pump's turn. So does the fan. I can pretty much guarantee the crank is not going to. The big thing, aside from the carburetor, that I see is we're missing a starter. Down here is a starter. Now I do have a starter from a 47 Nash that I believe is the same as a Ford. We could give it a try, or I could try ordering one online. Hey, if it's worth putting a little bit of effort into this thing, why not? Definitely we're going to need a tube carburetor of some sort that we can stick on here, and I think they are kind of rare pieces these days. I don't remember if I pulled the spark plugs out of this and put oil down them. We've got oil. We're at the full mark. We might have a hope. Aside from the missing windows and the missing headliner and not accurate seat, ho, we have a carburetor. Excellent. It even looks like it might be a high performance aluminum intake. Interesting. Aside from the missing windows and the incorrect seat, and besides the hack job installation of a fuel tank behind the seat rather than under the floor, the interior is not in bad shape. 50th anniversary, 1903 to 1953. No ignition key. According to the odometer, we have 473 miles on this thing. I'm not sure if that is 100,473 or if that is 200,473. I'm going to take a wild guess. It is probably 100,000. I'm not sure when this vehicle was last on the road. As I say, I've owned it for 20 years. That's a radiator out of a 46 3/4 ton that I used to have. The old car rescue people bought it from me. I'm kind of regretting selling it now. Yeah, we got a little bit of cancer happening here. That support bar is busted out of the hood. But again, that's all kind of to be expected. The radiator, I doubt it's going to hold water, but bone dry in there. Not surprised. There were a couple of different versions of flathead V8 that were produced. There's the early ones. I think they're a 59, they call them, and they had kind of a scuba diver mask type arrangement on the front of the block that was the distributor, and then they went to a more conventional distributor. I'm going to say 41 or 42, I don't remember the exact date. If I come across it in my research, I'll throw it up on the screen. But we got a coil, we got our distributor, we've got a radiator, we've got a generator, we've got water pumps. A lot of this stuff had a tendency to get stolen, just like that carburetor did. And the starter. We're also missing the fuel pump off the back. That fancy dancy intake has a carburetor and it also has a fuel pump on it. So I think we'll be able to do something with that. As for what we've got back here, I can pretty much guarantee these are junk. They've been sitting out in the weather long before I got them. Me leaving them here like this has not hurt them in the least. I did have them covered up at first, but tarps and sun don't get along well. Possibly if we had to clean these up. Hey, if you're interested in some of this scrap iron, leave me a comment down below and perhaps we can come to some kind of agreement. Seems to me one or two of these Buick are full of flathead Ford parts too. Here's a couple of those early style distributors and wiring looms. That would be a distributor. We got a generator. I think that's called a Model 94 carburetor, which is what we need to get that other truck running. Well guys, I think that sums up what I wanted to get accomplished out here tonight. We need a starter, we need to get a carburetor rebuilt, and then we need to come out here and get some work done. Thanks a lot for stopping by, guys. Appreciate it if you'd click that thumb up button, give me a like, and we'll catch you guys in the next mess. Thanks for watching.